Freaking drone?
No, it's an alien.
Andrew's
It's alien. It looks like alien. Now, what do you say, James Freeman, to your haters that say you're a sovereign citizen?
Gosh, I mean, I think I've been pretty, at least I think I've been pretty open about trying to talk about real topics when people really want to talk about them. So, I mean, we've talked about this topic, I think, a number of different times. What's a sovereign citizen?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what people say in the chat. I'm saying, what do you say to them when you? Because I've heard you say that you're not a sovereign citizen, or why would you say that to me in certain situations? So,
From the definitions of sovereign citizen that I've seen from both individuals when I ask them what it means, definitions that I've seen from the government are sovereign citizens. Police are sovereign citizens. Judges are. No, I don't have immunity. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm not immune to any of their violence.
If you're sovereign, you're not a citizen.
Right, it's an oxymoron. But that's why I try to ask people, what's your definition? Because, if we're using the same exact word, but it means two totally different things, then we have no ground we have no foundation for discussion on it, right?
Right.
Are you driving or traveling?
Yes. Yeah. Are you driving or traveling right now, James Freeman? I think that will answer the question.
I'm sitting still right now.
I travel. That's because that's what you do. You travel from place to place.
Once I put it in here, I'll be traveling.
But that's what you do. You not travel from place to place.
We now know, right, Pauly? Wink, wink.
That's right. Winky to the winky.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. People that's because you're sovereign. If you're traveling. That's so stupid.
Country Boy says government are sovereign in today's day and age.
Just screw the words of it. It's stupid.
So do you park in your travel way?
Glenn says, Shelly, you need to go to your boyfriend,
I'm in my
Shitty Brian.
So. You go through the travel through when you get McDonald's?
Yes, when you go to McDonald's, you go to the travel through. Welcome to McDonald's drive-through. No, a travel through.
It's a travel through.
I go to the wing through. I think really the way that I could best describe it based on what other people have told me is that a sovereign citizen is someone who intentionally violates all of Master's rules and thinks that there will be no consequence. I try to do everything I can to obey all of Master's rules. I think that most of them are completely ridiculous and they shouldn't exist, but I don't think that's any other Democrat or Republican or anybody else. We all follow a whole bunch of rules that we think are bullshit, but we still obey them, or at least do our best to. And then if they catch us violating them, we give Master the money for violating the rules, right? So I think that a sovereign citizen, by their definition, would be somebody who doesn't follow the rules and doesn't think they have to give up the money if they don't, I guess.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I got to sneeze. James, sovereign citizen.
I think when it goes off the rails for me, James, is like when they find a house that no one's living in, they move in, and then they go and file paperwork that it's their house now because they.
Oh, near access. Shelly has to stuff abroad and make friends.
Because now they're violating somebody else's right that own that house and stuff like that.
And I've seen a lot of these people who I think really are, I think what you're calling soft sits, who are some pretty dirty people who do some pretty dirty stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why I say cops and judges are soft sits. These are people who go out and they violate, and they try to use this system that's been created to do it in a legitimate way. I think, though, that these soft sits who are going out and occupying people's properties like that, I'm almost positive that, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that they're doing it within the written rules, though, are they not? And the
squatter rights. The squatter rights.
What's that?
The squatter rights.
Okay, yeah. So maybe the problem is that a lot of these rules exist, and again, that's, whether the soft sit is somebody who's squatting in your house or the soft sit is a cop who's pulling you over and stealing from you. The problem is that these laws exist that allow these terrorists to go around harming people.
Yeah.
Well, the ones who occupy
HPC
houses most often that I've seen are the boys with their whole thing.
HB says, Trumpy, you're my forever bestie.
Y'all like my new face?
No, it looks ugly.
Yeah, the only property I've ever squatted on, I gave somebody money for it. But the person was claiming that it was theirs. I gave them money in an agreement to make it mine. So,
Shelly says, James Freeman, when's your next panel?
Nice.
yeah.
Now, James, has anyone ever told you you look like a member of ZZ Top if they got gastro bypass surgery? I just came up with that before. I thought that was good. All right.
Hey, James, would you be mad if I stole your face?
What?
Would you be mad if I stole your face?
If you stole it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't take my soul, okay?
Like, that's Brian Sessions right there. Look. My name is Brian Sessions.
See, Brian? What's up? I stole his face.
Yeah, I see that.
Can you act like you're Brian right now and then call James a dirty cocksucker just so he gets mad at him, please? Thank you.
It says I
You
hate
dirty cocksucker?
You see, I told you, James. I told you. You didn't
This is
believe
a
me. I
drama
told you.
channel, James, so we have to
James, you dirty cocksucker?
Yeah.
You eat shit sandwiches.
He's
Look, I ain't
even
gonna-
looking at you. He's even looking at you with him. He's going to give you a blowjob. Right there. Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I know I like Brian.
Oh. All right, I'm going to cut that clip up. Everyone, you heard him. He likes Brian. I'm cutting that clip up.
I'm the face stealer of YouTube.
Yes, he is the face stealer. He'll steal anyone's face.
Got Mike Taylor, what's up? Malibu Most Wanted. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, hello, make me some coffee. Yep, straight from the hood.
There's patty cakes.
Oh,
I got
wow.
young Patty. I got young Patty. Yeah.
Who else do you have?
I got emo.
I'm emo, Jerry diaper rash. No emo, you can be a panel.
What's up, guys?
I'm AFA.
Yep.
I've got
Josh Abrams, fat
Shelly, where
fucker.
you at?
Shelly's never looks right. When you do Shelly.
Yeah, it's not even close.
That's not even close.
I heard a picture. I got it on the deal.
Yeah, but with the way it wraps on your face, it just looks like a
Yeah, I know.
grandma.
It's a small head, a big mouth. I can't help that. Look at the mouth. Look how big this motherfucker is.
Yeah. Wow.
I know, James.
Do you ride alongs with other other people, James, or do you kind
And
of
Winky.
with your stuff?
If I'm going to upload something, I prefer that it's solo. I mean, I ride with other people a lot of times just to, just because.
Meet people or whatever.
Yeah, and honestly, man, because people get butthurt if I don't go with other people. They're like, oh, you're not being supportive.
I got
So,
you.
honest to God, man, that's one of the biggest reasons.
Who would you say you've probably alternated with the most as a team?
Probably somebody that you guys would likely hate based on things I heard the other night. Val. Classic Val.
Oh, really?
One of my favorites to go with. Even though people hate that he calls people bitch and cunt and whore, man, me and Val, when we're actually able to work together really well, where, cops do the good cop, bad cop thing to just throw you off.
Yeah, see, but I think that's what you have in common with him, because you both kind of, because I remember when he didn't spit that language out of his mouth, too.
Val, fuck yeah, Val is great. I like Val, man. He's funny. No touchy, no touchy.
You know what I mean?
It's no coincidence either.
I used to watch Val every day when he had his little live stream. That shit was funny.
After we were terrorized in Leon Valley.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We were both arrested, and me and Bao were the only people who shared a felony charge in Leon Valley. Right after that, Bao was taken and put in solitary confinement for 3 months.
I remember that.
Most countries don't even have solitary confinement because it's considered torture.
Right.
Most humans don't do that to other humans. So, and I was
No, Bao,
just realizing
the story was, they told Val, they'll release you, but you had it on condition, Val said, fuck that.
And I was trying to pinpoint.
So, yeah, basically, they'll tell Val, you have to do this or you go to the hole.
Where'd you lose?
Val said, fuck that. So, yeah, he sat fucking solid fire in the hole for 3 months.
Well, that explains it. That explains it, because I definitely noticed that you and him at around the same time. I didn't know what
That's how corrupt fucking Salvaggio was.
Kickstarted that, but I noticed that both of you and him definitely started having a little bit more of the mouth, where before you were very polite, and even though that still didn't work in your favor, even being polite, you still got people that would fucking terrorize you. But I definitely noticed it. So I'm glad you pointed that out. So that makes a little bit more sense.
I think subconsciously it was that realization that we knew. That
Hayden says everyone hates Val, but he's so much smarter than people give him credit for. He chose people just by being Val. Fuck yeah.
I mean, being under felony indictment for 2 years, being threatened with 10 years in prison for something that the guy even. Anyways, never mind. That's still pending litigating, so never mind.
No, I hear you. When do you think all that's going to get solved?
I remember Val audited with a big Nick like that one scene.
And we're 2.5 years in, so.
Motherfucker, get my fucking logo off the screen. Not now, maybe later. Fucking logo stealing motherfucker. See, you can't trust people, James. You just can't trust them.
That would be Faggoty Andy.
I know, Faggoty Andy over here, either steal your fucking face or your logo.
Hayden says Val water found audits were amazing. People who hate on Val are missing his point.
He just had a huge loss.
Oh, did he? What happened?
Emo's not on YouTube anymore.
What do you mean he's not on YouTube anymore?
He doesn't come to YouTube anymore.
He goes on D-Live with Rick.
He'll be back.
Did anybody else watch Woody Board?
Rick's been going live a lot on his channel. Like, he's up to like 800 subs. Like, where the fuck is Rick with these subs like that?
I provide
I wonder if he's buying
my
it.
people shitting their pants and things of that nature. I'm the one who's really making the difference in this community, James. You and your Constitution.
What community? Oh, I said something about that the other day that somebody was surprised about. But anyways, what community are you talking about?
I'm talking about the shitting in your pants community. I'm
The
the one
A1 steak sauce community.
Yeah, the A1 steak sauce community.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that Rick was on a live set and he literally shit his drawers. I have to find that.
We're watching people poop themselves on a live stream.
That's right.
Somebody said the other day in your chat when I was in here, oh, James just said that he doesn't believe in the Constitution. There it is right there. Yeah, I think that, just so you know, the only thing I do is I show that they wrote these rules that they call the Constitution, legislation, all that stuff, but they don't obey it, right? That's clear to all of us, right?
Are you spreading a narrative right now? I do that too. Right. I'll say something. Right.
Right?
Yeah. You ain't gonna get me on that, Mr. Freeman.
Tony Barnett says, Hoosier News Now pooped his pants after he was tased.
Right, huh?
That's one of the people that was with Omaha Cop Watch community.
Well,
Yeah.
A while ago, you said you have what white rights do you think we're supposed to have? Well, they say we have inhibited rights, right?
We have what?
The natural born rights, in other words.
Inalienable.
I would say that, yeah. That's
inalienable rights.
But do we?
I think that our creator, I think, and really this is subjective too, but I believe that our creator, whether it be an entity or whether it be nature or whatever you want to call this creator, intended for us to have equal rights.
I came from apes.
Yeah, and then there you go. So it's still subjective, right?
So what I'm getting at, men gave you those rights. Any of them. If men gave them, like the Constitution, men wrote them down. If men wrote them,
okay. You're talking about constitutional rights?
I'm talking about all the rights across the board.
Who? Men gave who what?
Okay, so your creator essentially is a man, is it not? If you're biblical, if you think in the Bible.
I think it's a woman, but that's okay.
I think it's a lesbian.
Shout out to all the ladies in chat.
And I actually think it's Asian.
Okay.
Anyway, what I'm getting at, we've never had rights. We've had proof, and they give them to us when they see fit. The only rights you actually have is the right to make a decision whether you're going to take a shit or not, or you're going to take a piss or not, and that's only if they give that to you, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call Omaha Cop Watch. Chomaha. Yeah, the only motherfucker right mind who sits there and gets a rape victim on camera 3 times and zooms on her.
Right.
Because he said, oh, I just feel like just for the hell of it.
But, they'll give you the ultimatum, and then you get to make your choice.
Okay.
That's what we got.
Oh, yeah, and I got 7 parts when Pauly did seem about that, and I need a bonus clip about that.
Pretty accurate.
Pretty fair?
Yeah, I think so.